good people? Good people. I hope all is well. I hope all is well. Today is May the 31st, the 5th month, 2025, the year of our Lord. Good morning. I say good morning. I say good morning again. It's been a long time. I got to get that cut from Eric B. and Rakim. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have kept you. Just like that. Come on this morning. Talking about these fake fashions, or what they call it, knockoffs. Yeah, knockoff bags, knockoff shoes, knockoff everything, knockoff chains, just all knockoffs. Nothing is real, according to this. You see it, we got Pink Book Lessons lined up. We're gonna let her roll. I'm gonna get right into the conversation, because ain't no sense in prolonging it. Again, I'm sorry I kept y'all. Hopefully I can get some consistency, but you know, it is what it is. Working man. That's how it be when you're a working man. But I need to make time for this if I am going to do it, which I've been still posting, but not going live. But here it is again, as Chuck D would say. Here it is again. All right, let's get right into it. Let's see what Pink Book Lessons. Fair use. I am going to use a news clip. I need to go in and post that fair use. So yeah, fair use. But here we go, good people. Let's get into it. Let's see what Pink Book Lessons talk about. Shout out to her, Pink Book Lessons.
Some say as long as there's a tag saying made in China, the bag can never be luxury. However, in fact, more than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China. But those luxury brands just won't acknowledge that. They take almost finished bags from China factories back to their own countries and just do the repackaging and logo installing, something like that. That way, the bags will appear at their boutiques as made in Italy or made in France. You know, those sophisticated European countries, which make you feel mysterious, royal, and thus luxury. Now, close your eyes. Let's just do a little, very easy experiment in your head, okay? Imagine that you have Hermes bag and suddenly the label on it changed from made in France into made in China, while everything else like leathers, zippers, and hardware remain the same. Do you suddenly feel that your bag is not as luxury as before? If you do, that means you have been misled and poisoned by the market campaign of those luxury brands for too long. Welcome to the real world. Now you see, those bags are made in China by our intelligent and diligent Chinese artisans. Let's not be poisoned and misled by the market campaign any longer, and be a real person. Buy a bag from our factory in China. See the real world for yourself. As many of you have found out, once
Monday CRM has the best.
Sorry about that, good people. This is crazy. Let's see. Let me cut to this real quick. Morning vibes. Let's get back into it.
our TikTok accounts are permanently disabled.
Looks like someone's trying real hard to silence this guy. Wonder who that could be. One thing's for sure, these corporations are sweating bullets right now. Trump extended TikTok twice instead of letting it crash and burn when he had the chance. Because now, these Chinese manufacturers are coming out in full force, blowing the lid off the scam that's been running for decades. And the West is finally watching through a Chinese app, TikTok. Side note, I still find it amazing how the Chinese can freely communicate with us, whatever information they want to share, but the Chinese government won't allow us to freely communicate with them. You see, if we had the same messages for them that they have for us, their government will ban those messages. They will never see them. Remember, they don't see what we see. Their algorithm is highly protected by their government. Now, for years, U.S., Canadian, and European companies have been importing products from China and turning around to sell them at sky-high prices to their own citizens. It's capitalism wrapped in a luxury bow. But now the tables are turning. It's consumers versus producers, U.S. versus China, the people versus corporations, the land of buyers versus the land of manufacturers. And guess what? The manufacturers are talking. The ones who's been behind the scenes producing for Nike, Chanel, Louis V, Hermes, Stanley, Sephora, you name it. They're now pulling back the curtain and saying, here's the real price, and here's how you've been getting played. And TikTok, exploding. People are acting like this is breaking news, like they didn't know everything's made in China. Like, come on now. Walk through any major U.S. city, look at the ghost of old factories. Entire buildings abandoned for decades, unless real estate.
I just want to stop it right here. She mentioned this, these buildings. So I had a conversation with my wife, and we was talking about the U.S. and how they want to try to have their product to be high end also. So I think she mentioned Detroit. If not, let's do it. I say that because I remember back when GMC, General Motors, moved their factories to Mexico, and I guess to get cheap labor, and a lot of people went without work. A lot of people lost jobs, lost houses. They was living on the edge. And I think his name is Michael Moore, and he had this documentary, I believe it's called Me and Roger. And I think Roger was like the CEO of General Motors, and he just showed the dark side to how when a lot of these companies just left the US and left the people high and dry, So I just want to say that, this is real. These factories and all this stuff that's going on, it's real. And I think that, I don't understand, because if we're purchasing it, I just think it's greed. That's all it is. I drop it all the way down to simple form, and it's greed. Yeah, they're looking at the bottom line, but it's greed. And I know Ford, good morning, 18. I know Ford made their cars for the average guy couldn't afford it. I think when they made the Model T, and I can probably just look it up and go back into it, but the Model T was made for like the average man to afford. But like, I guess over time, cars became this big thing, and now it's not like, okay, the average dude can buy. We're not gonna put it out there for that. For some brands, not all brands. But let's get back into it. I just wanted to mention that. Let's go.
Vultures snatched them up and flipped them into overpriced apartments. Once upon a time, those places built goods for Americans by Americans. Now they're empty because brands chased cheaper labor, higher margins, and left communities behind. And here's the twist. Those same manufacturers they teamed up with are now flipping the script, taking the designs, the tech, the exact same product specs, and making them available direct to consumer at a fraction of the price. And the brands, of course, big mad. So now what's their move? Try to mute the Chinese manufacturers exposing it all on TikTok. Like this guy here. Yeah, shut him up before the ripple turns into a wave. But is it too late? The curtain's been pulled. Is the illusion crumbling? Are people finally seeing who's been really cashing in this whole time?
As many of you have found out, once again, our TikTok accounts are permanently disabled. But to be honest, I can't really remember how many times. Maybe this is the 7th or the 8th time. And why does this keep happening? Well, in one of the videos I posted in one of our permanently disabled already accounts, I explained that because I spilled too much tea, I shared too much inconvenient information about the cost of the bags. So that the capital behind those luxury brands are unhappy. And meanwhile,
So I got another video. In that video, another guy came on and he was like, what the Model T cars were expensive and primarily owned by the wealthy. That's true. A team says before the Model T, cars were expensive and primarily owned by the wealthy. But before the Model T, there was the horse and the buggy. So, you know, it's like a transition. So, of course, the horse and the buggy you probably get a horse for like $25, $35, you know. And that was expensive back then because, you know, you're only making, some people were making $1 a day or whatever the case was. And the buggy probably was a little bit more, no coverage, you know. So, yeah, I get it. Cars were expensive, but Ford made them so the average man could buy them. It was a whole thing with Ford. So, the other guy was saying in this particular, I got another video. It's from the news, and the guy came on and he was like, "Oh, these manufacturers, they're not real. Their stuff is not real. You run the chance of da 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 da." So I look at it like it's all material, and even though the material has a luxury brand name on that, like a Louis Vuitton or Gucci or Prada, whatever it is, it's still gonna wear out in time. All of it's gonna wear out in time. So I don't even know what they talking about. Now it may wear out faster because it's not genuine leather or whatever the case. But man, I just want to know what y'all think. Would you pay this much money for a purse, or would you pay this much money for a pair of shoes just because it has a particular name on it? Just let me know, cause I'll let you know toward the end what I think about it. Let's go. Let's get back into it.
TikTok is spineless, so it's permanently disabled our accounts repeatedly, and it doesn't even give us an explanation. It just says you violated a rule. That's all. What rule? Oh, you mean the rule? Don't make my capital masters unhappy, otherwise I will permanently disable you rule. Okay, I see.
Make it up as you go.
TikTok, as the platform, you can permanently disable my accounts because you have support from the capital. But I have the support from the people all over the world. The people who are now already awakened, who now refuse to be brainwashed any longer by the capital, who now refuse to be ripped off any longer by the capital. From now on, I will register 1,000 new accounts. And if
he said he gonna register 1,000 new accounts. So I got a quick question, just one quick question for all you guys out there. This has been about a month, and I would have jumped on it as soon as I heard it, but I wanted to give it some time. Plus, I didn't have time to do it like I want to, and this kind of like impromptu, or whatever the case, all willy-nilly. Have you bought anything that's quote unquote expensive or high end since you heard this, or have you been purchasing the knockoff brands? Because I'm just like, it's crazy to me to say, okay, I'm gonna pay $10,000 for a purse, even if I had that kind of money, even if I had a $500,000 or $500 million from hitting a lotto or from working hard or whatever, would I pay that much for a purse? A-Team says, no sir. A $40 purse will hold the same item as a 4K purse will hold. Absolutely, completely, and I wholeheartedly agree. Absolutely, but we gonna see. Let's go. Let's get back into it. Let's go.
even if you disable all of them, I will register the 1001st account. I will continue to spill the tea of the cost of bags and continue to make great bags of right prices
for all the people around the world.
Right.
Ch-
Oh, here we go.
All I wanted was a zero minimum manufacturer, and then I found Tab.
Let's get back. Sorry about that, good people. These commercials it's a long piece. When Pink Book listens come in, I'm probably gonna not end the stream, but I'm probably gonna go to the next one once she drop her what she says, cause he wasn't talking too long, but he was dropping some diamonds.
Chinese people are not afraid of hard work and sacrifice. Chinese people are not afraid of oppression and tyranny. Otherwise, we wouldn't have stood up from the more than 100 years of foreign invasion, oppression, and colonization from 1840 to 1945. Otherwise, we wouldn't have become what we are now. And in the future, China will take lead in the world, not by ripping off other peoples and countries, but by honestly and equally developing with other countries and peoples.
He's out here saying he spilled too much tea. Like, where did he even get that phrase? China definitely didn't invent that slang. What is this? The Real Housewives of Chinese factories? Yeah, somebody's definitely been influenced by Black America. But seriously, these manufacturers are masters at replicating products. Why? Because when companies hand over their designs, thinking they're protected and airtight, China's already 5 steps ahead. They collect the data, build tight relationships with global raw material suppliers, and piece together the entire blueprint to create the products for them from scratch, then turn around and recreate the same products, the knockoffs. Add to that decades of greedy corporations outsourcing manufacturing, shutting down American factories, killing off jobs, and brainwashing consumers into thinking overpriced equals luxury. And boom, here we are. Now these manufacturers, including him and a whole bunch of others, are spilling the tea left and right. And Americans on TikTok can't get enough. They're eating it up like it's some shocking revelation, even though this game's been going on forever.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm loving my Chinese spy, my Chinese supplier. Man, I know after this 75-day extension, we out of here on TikTok. We gone. It's suppliers on here selling Nikes for $1 and $2, y'all. Man, they dragging Herms through the mud. They are really showing us that we are being manipulated into working.
They probably should have took this app away when they had the chance, because the Chinese manufacturers just hit them folks with the Uno reverse.
Yeah, it's all funny how this is playing out because a TikTok extension really never should have happened. Trump should have turned the other way and worked on other pressing issues instead of giving TikTok a lifeline, not once but twice. And the people he saved are totally ungrateful. They forgot he did it. Honestly, though, I think the damage is already done. The Chinese now have all our information and they control the algorithm, while the U.S. can never control the minds and information fed to their children, their women, their men. But I digress.
And right now, the Chinese manufacturers are the best content on TikTok. They said, oh, tariffs, you say. Oh, okay. American people, y'all said y'all like New Balance, Adidas, Nike. Bet. Oh, yeah. The manufacturer is such and such, located at such and such in Guangzhou. They do shipping within this time, and here are the products. I've seen the manufacturers for every brand anybody could possibly think of, from shoes and apparel to beauty products. One of the Chinese manufacturers said, oh yeah, you know how you pay such and such $100 for Chanel beauty product? Well, we only make them for $10.
Wow.
Listen, I don't know how this tariff thing is going to play out, but the way that the Chinese manufacturers are playing their hand, absolutely.
This is absolute chaos. I don't understand why this right here, like what didn't circle in the news, didn't circle have the news circuit just going crazy. I don't understand. Just the information alone, like let you know, like you overpaying for bags, shoes, clothes, all this stuff. I don't understand why it just hit the news circuit and then it kind of like just died down real quick. And I know the news the news circuit, it moves fast. I know it moves very fast, but this was crazy how it just like jumped in and then it was just like gone. So I'm trying to keep it going because one thing I know for sure, and another thing I know for certain is we need, as African American, black people, however you want to term it, we need to do better when it comes down to our finances and how we spend our money. I think a lot of us, and I'm gonna be guilty. I can't just say I'm just this. We throw away money on stuff. Like I see we be going into like the dollar store and just be buying stuff for no reason. Like end up seeing a lot of stuff or a lot of material things inside the Goodwill bins. Like you might drive by one and you just overflowing with just junk. Like people just buying stuff. And, you know, maybe they've used it and got their use out of it. But you know, I don't know. I'm just like throwing off how we as a people, some call it the community, are out here just all willy-nilly. We should have been the first one on this because I know. Here's a story. How to say story time? Yeah. So one day I went to my nephew's, but it's a real story, by the way. I went to my nephew's basketball game, and he pretty good. You know, he pretty good with basketball, and I don't know what made me pay attention. I know what made me pay attention, but let me see it. How I'm gonna put this? I should have put it in a different way, but anyway, he got there. You know, he was doing good, but he didn't have the shoes he wanted. And I was just like, man, you don't need no certain shoes. Just get out there and play, whatever. A-Team said we purchased it just because it's $1, right? That too. So we go in there, and I'm thinking now on my mind is shoes. Now me, I never been like a big Nike fan. Never been a big Nike fan. I always used to wear Adidas, and now I'm more of a New Balance guy because, you know, New Balance is good on your feet. I'm talking about far as comfort. That's what I look at, the comfort. We don't purchase for comfort, we purchase for looks. Of course we do. So I go into this basketball gym, and of course it's us, all us. So I walk in, mind you, basketball season for children. It's about I think it's during the beginning. Let me see, when was it? It was either January or late in the year. So I started looking around. Mind you, I have on Adidas. You know, Adidas is like, I don't think Adidas was I ain't no thinking in it. Adidas was never big as Nike, especially in our community. So I'm looking around, and when I tell you everybody and their mamas, what y'all think they had on? I'm gonna give it a second, 2 seconds. 1, 2, 3. What y'all think they had on? Everybody. When I tell you everybody, from the children, the adults. Good morning, Broken Traditions. How you doing, my brother? Appreciate you coming in. From whoever had on Nike. Everybody had on Nike. Really? Nike? That's what we doing? Okay. But now, the type of Nikes they had on, because I don't know any, you could never get a pair of Nike for less than, like, you don't pay like close to $100 for most Nikes. I don't care what you do, especially now. I don't know what's going on. Everyone had on Nikes. That's true. Broken Tradition. So Broken Tradition says Adidas was bigger than Nike in our community before they signed Jordan. That's true, because Run DMC had the song My Adidas, and everybody, you know, advocated for Adidas. And I never left the boat on the Adidas. I never left the boat. So let's see. I'm trying to think back. You might. I think you're definitely correct. Broken Traditions, because during a certain time, you know, they had brought out different Nikes. They had the golf shoe Nike that people was rocking. They had the Cortez Nikes. They had the which they call Dope Man Nikes, Dope Boy Nikes. They had let me see. It was a few different types of Nikes they had. Of course, Adidas had a couple. They had the Stan Smiths, Shell Toes, and they had a couple of more. But yeah, so I go into the stadium or into the gym, and everybody had on Nike. When I tell you, it was like if we would have invested in the stock, if all those people in that gym would have invested in the stock, everybody would be rich right now. Nike was just a running sneaker. Yeah, running sneaker, my butt. Those are some of the most uncomfortable sneakers I ever wore. And to this day, my wife purchased me a while back a pair of 270s. And I didn't wear those for a while because I didn't like the way they felt on my feet. Eventually I got used to them, but I just could not wear those shoes. Like I said, today at this time, I am a New Balance guy. A team says I am an Adidas fan, while everyone else is in the Nike outlet. I can be found in Adidas. I stopped wearing Adidas after the Kanye West debacle. I was over it. I ain't gonna lie. I was over it after that. I was just like, you know what? Too much. Like Adidas, y'all not even standing on something. What they say? Standing on business. Yeah, the 270s are heavy. That bubble gonna pop. Please believe it, it's gonna pop sooner or later. And I don't know, man. I won't be purchasing anymore. When I get shoes like that, they actually been purchased for me. And 9 times out of 10, if nothing else, you either gonna catch me with some New Balance on, or either you might catch me with a pair of New Balance on. So that's just me. I'm rock my New Balance all day, every day. New Balance are the best shoes for walking. A-Team says you took the words out of my mouth. New Balance are the best shoes for walking and running. Absolutely. I concur. I agree. And we are on the same page. Don't turn the page. Leave it right there, because, hey, I'm New Balance. They got new shoes. They got a couple of shoes out there. A little more expensive. Yeah, that was pretty good. But so I think it's a store in Atlanta. I'm sure Broken Traditions knows. It's called REI. And one of my buddies, John B. I call him John B. I want to say his whole real name, but John B. He told me about REI. REI is like a hiking store, camping store, and he said go in there and buy your shoes. He was like, because they give you a warranty on them. If they wear out, anything go wrong, you can take them back. They're gonna give you another pair straight up. I was like, really? Wow. So it's a little bit more expensive, but REI, he was like, they gonna make sure they take care of their people. So they go y'all. That's a tip for today. Broken Traditions is laughing at me. He said, I'm a member. That's me. I'm a member at REI, right? Because I know you be talking about going camping and stuff. Yeah, I got you, brother. Yeah, I know. I kind of knew that, but REI is official. Am I right or am I wrong? Did he tell me right or did he tell me wrong? You tell me. Yeah, but yeah, that experience right there showed me something. Like, we gonna buy what we gonna buy, and I think we do it a lot of times. We do it for the visual effect, not necessarily if it's comfortable or if we can afford it. Most of the time, we do it for a visual effect, and we have to get away from that. Let me see who says it. Anton Daniels. He says it all the time. Is it Anton Daniels? Let me make sure, because no, I don't want to shout nobody out that didn't say. Somebody say something. No, I think it was no, I think it's SBC. Mr. Walker over there, Single by Choices. I think he said we got to get back to basics, decrease your spending and increase your saving, and by cutting out all the flubber, and that's the point of this screen pretty much. Like, we have to change the way we think, and now overall it's a mindset. Right. So Broken Tradition confirmed that REI is the truth. It's expensive, but it is quality. And like I said, my man said, if you go in there and you bought a pair of shoes and something went wrong with them, anything, he's like, you just take it back in there and they ain't gonna give you no fuss, no argument. They gonna take them back and give you some new. Boom, it's done. Ain't no going back and forth. But most of the time they got quality stuff. I can't remember the name. I'm a big Columbia fan too. I like Columbia. But it's another brand. It's a couple of different brands. I think Hoka done started getting around. They're more like a walking shoe. Hofa. I think it's Hofa or Hoka. Kind of put me in the mind of Kofa. Excuse me. But full circle, they don't sell Nike. Wow. Really? REI don't sell Nike? Wow. That's a mic drop. That's crazy. Let me see. That's crazy. I guess they was like, nah, we can't sell y'all stuff. But I don't know, does Nike have camping? I remember they had I think it's called ACG camping shoes. They used to have that. I know I bought, I had a pair of those when I was younger. Not nowhere near recent. Let's see. Let's get back into this video, and then I think I'm gonna go into the other one. Let's see. Let's go.
Well done. 10s across the board. I told y'all in the years that I lived in China, I got everything under the sun because everything is pretty much made there. So to see people learning about the actual quality that's in China, because not everything is made cheaply, and learning about websites like Taobao, y'all better get to getting while the getting is good.
This is not a drill. They are suppliers online.
Uh-oh, here we go. Sorry, good people. Sorry. I could have let the vibes keep rolling, but let me back it up just a little bit. There we go. Get back in her. Let's see. Yeah, I apologize. Come on.
Son, because everything is pretty much made there. So to see people learning about the actual quality that's in China, because not everything is made cheaply, and learning about websites like Taobao, y'all better get to getting while the getting is good.
This is not a drill. They are suppliers online on this app that are selling Nikes for $1 and also for $2.
I'm trying to find that right now.
Chinese suppliers.
Send me that link. Whoever got that.
I don't know what Nike did to them, but I saw one guy, he had like a bunch of shoes around him, like Nikes. And he's like, yeah, $1, $2, contact us. Ooh, I don't know what Trump done started, man.
Well, looks like we're about to start buying Nikes.
Start.
Chanel bags
Wait.
and Louis off of TikTok shop with China. Giving up everything on the low. They put it all out there. It's on TikTok shop now.
Okay.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. China smoked y'all boots with the designer brands. When it comes to this tariff war, China doing their thing. I ain't gonna lie, bro. They get in y'all. They sit up here selling all designer brands for $10. Now regular folks fixing to walk around and look like rich people. They didn't fool me, because I was already shopping on Shein to move, baby.
That's what most people said. I know most people say that. They said they wasn't even shopping, buying all these top tier brand, quote unquote top tier brands. They said, nah, I'm already shopping on Temu. I'm already shopping on Shein and all these other brands. So you ain't gonna get me. So I'm gonna jump into this next video. She had a little bit to go, but let's jump into this next video. Let's see. This is from Fox News. I think this is in California. This one is in California. Let's see. Let me play this. All right, let's go.
While many American consumers are seeing this as a huge score on designer goods, Professor Christopher Tang of UCLA's Anderson School of Management says the videos may not be as honest as they seem.
It could be counterfeit or imitated products as well. So in that case, there's no consumer protection. These are not the authorized luxury brand channel. So in that case, the buyers, you have to beware of the risk.
This is my fake Louis bag. I take it everywhere I go. I love it. Years ago I had the opportunity to actually go to Beijing, and that is when I found out exactly what the game was. I went to factories where they had nothing but floors of Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Chanel, Nike, Adidas, Apple products. And that's where I learned directly from the vendors that, hey, this is the same thing. You're just paying for a label and repackaging in the U.S.
Now, if you order directly from a Chinese factory, you don't have to pay a tariff, and that only applies to commercial imports. So that is...
Wow. Did y'all just hear that? You don't have to pay a tariff if you order straight from them. Man, you heard what the sister said. She was like, I had a chance to go over to Beijing, and she was like, I went into the shop where they was making this stuff at, and she was like, it was day and night. Y'all know the difference between day and night. You can't see nothing, bro. You blind out here. And she went in that store. She was in the light. She seen everything, for the dirt cheap, for the LL Cool J, for the low. Let's go. So I'm like, man, it's time to take a trip over to China like this here and ship it back. Get the bag, the real bag or the fake bag, whatever the bag. It don't even matter. Just get it and try to, hey, you paying crazy prices for this stuff. Imagine if you can get it to sell it like at half the cost. Like, that's crazy. Not even, it don't even have to have a name on it. It's just like, all you have to do is just, because you use that same design, you might can't use the they label or their name, but you can put your own label on there and go from there. You can put your own label on there and have your own thing. The bag, look at this bag. It looks just like yours. It's made out of the same material as yours. Wow. But like I said, my thing is, it's not even the bag. It's everything. Everything, from everything to everything. Like from the cars, you gotta have this kind of car, that kind of car, or with my son, he I think, what is it, a Gen Z, something like that. Anyway, he a Gen Z. He like 20, and I think he walking around. I think these knockoff, I think they call Balenciagos, something like that. But the shoes are absolutely atrocious. They ugly, absolutely ugly. I'm like, what do you got on your feet? Like, and those Yeezys, the little, they look like what are those shoes? They look like some deformed Crocs. some deformed Crocs. The Yeezys. I'm like, those are ugly too. Like, these shoes is ugly out here. What are y'all doing, man? But it's not how they feel or it's how they look. I'm like, okay, I guess if you say so. 18 said, when my cousin was stationed in Korea, it was the same for luxury item. Right. So you go to these different countries, and so let me see, like the super big brand, and who was talking? I was watching G Honda yesterday. I think he was in the chat. 18. We was talking about he had a you know what? I might pull it up real quick. Let me see if I can pull it up. I might have to cut to another stream. Let's see. He was just what I do. Balenciagos. Yeah, I don't be into all that. 18. I was we was in his chat yesterday, and the guy had a BMW, and the BMW was getting repoed. That's right. The BMW was getting repoed. And me and G Honda was like, you got this car note, bro, and you can't even pay for the joint. So I'm just like, bro, listen, y'all I have buying these cars, can't afford them, walking around with a Louis bag over your shoulder, walking around with Balenciagos, and mind you, these brands probably is like $4,000 for the shoes, $2,000 for this, $2,000 for that, all that stuff, man. You could have been bought some land, bought a house, cause a lot of people now, and I think I want to tap on that next, cause who I was talking to. Oh, Kofu was talking about it the other day on his thing. No, it was Broken Traditions. I was in Broken Traditions chat. We was talking about when it was Kofu, but we was talking about the guys up under the bridge. Like, a lot of people don't have living quarters, and the importance of having a place to stay is you have a stable address. Because a lot of people need that address for your mail. A lot of times they need it for everything, a lot of stuff, everything. Let me see. Gee, 2 days ago, that's go. I might be able to pull it up, but I might get ready to jump up out of here. I'm gonna see if this thing move fast enough. It probably won't move fast enough, because when I stream and I use the internet, it acts weird. Hopefully I'll be soon getting me a powerful gaming computer, and it won't be no problem. 18 says, no sir, it was a Mercedes. They have the compressor. Oh yeah, that's right. They was talking about the Mercedes compressor, the BMW 745, the 740s, the 525s. I'm just not a BMW fan. Let me see. You said Balenciago. I had this pulled up. Like I said, this thing moves your BLENCIAGA. This thing is moving so slow. Let's see if it pulls up. I'm on Dillard's site. Let's see if it pull up. Let's see. This thing is so slow. So slow. Do you have to work today? I do not have to work today. I am off, and I got yard work done last week. I was beat up. When I tell you I was tired, I was tired. We did a little cookout. What we did for I don't know, it was Memorial Day cookout because we cooked out on the day of, and we didn't cook too much. Let's see, it's 13 hours ago. It was pretty good. I've started back eating meat, but I haven't eaten any beef or pork. No beef, no pork. Let's see. Here we go. Let me show this. Let's see. G Honda. Let's see. Drastic reactions. Let's see. Yeah, this thing is
actually. Ain't with nothing minor about that. A minor is a bump. A minor is you.
Let's see.
Auto draft. So I just that's just better safe than sorry. So I don't forget nothing. So nothing's left out. Hey, because hey, it get like that sometimes. Shout out Chuck W. Chuck W. Appreciate you being here. Salute. 5 people's here jumping in late, brother. Appreciate you being here. Yes, sir. Appreciate you being here. Yes, sir. Appreciate all y'all support. Y'all hit that like button. Support the show. Hit that cash app. Still. Man, what you talking about? If you wouldn't have been.
G Honda just going crazy. Anyway, I was trying to pull it up, but that was it. We was talking about that BMW. But here we go. Let's see. This thing ain't moved yet. I don't understand why. I love Dillard's clearance shoe sale. What? You be shopping at Dillard's? How can you afford? How can you afford them prices? Good God, Dillard's is high, man. Dillard's and what's the other one? They have them everywhere. Kohl's is, I guess Kohl's would be considered reasonable. I don't know. I go to the outlets. I'm not finna pay them for a price. I can't get this thing to pull up good people. We gonna go out on a good note. We gonna go out on some music. We gonna go out on some music. But I appreciate y'all coming in. Thank you, 18 to my mods. I appreciate y'all coming through. BT, appreciate you coming through, brother. I appreciate you, 18. I hope you have an awesome day. And this is 1000 Watts Radio. I am Joe Blaze 1000, and we are OUT.
You heard the man. Cut the goddamn tape. Just cut it.